One part of you that seeks out, okay, once in a while I need to do this big ass commercial film just for the sake of, like considering the market. Is that something you do?
I'll tell you something. The riskiest thing for an actor to do is your big ass commercial film.
Really?
Because if that does not work, is when you truly take a hit in the market.
Right.
If you do a really niche film, something that is you're claiming is not, we are not making this for, this is not box office, is not our only priority while making this film and all. If you go down that route, you have an easy way out.
Right.
Okay, you can just make an indulgent film, a great film maybe, and if it does not work, you always have this thing of falling back and saying, listen, I mean, that film we did,
it was meant to be.
We knew and all that. There's no excuse like that for a Khalifa or an I Nobody. There's no excuse. We are only making it for people to flock to the theaters and watch it. So as an actor, the riskiest thing you can do is attempt that big commercial film. The other one is less risky. So if at all I wanted to stay away from the risks of the markets, I would limit the number of the big ass commercial films I do and make that like once in a while event. But no, I mean, I don't even look at it that way. I am prepared to take that hit and prepared to suffer whatever happens. And I'm prepared to, be that actor who after a Khalifa might just suddenly do an Odeon, that I'm like that. Let's say I'm no longer scared.
Yeah, that's wonderful. What can you tell us about Dyra? What's the USP of that film?
It is a film that asks you so many disturbing questions.
Okay.
And answers none of it for you.
Okay.
It's a film that needs to take a very, very objective stand on justice and the deliverance of justice. And to convey these opposing perspectives on these matters, there are two characters being used. And Meghna is so spot on with that line that she is traversed for the film that it was so easy at multiple points in the film for her as a filmmaker to slightly veer towards one side of the argument, but not an inch. Not an inch. From the start, I saw the film, by the way. From the start to the end of the film, she's just held on to that line so carefully and judiciously. And I actually told Meghna after watching the film, if I were to make this film, I'm pretty sure at one point I would have slightly veered towards one particular side, but she did not. Right. And it's a very, very entertaining, engaging, emotional, disturbing film.
Right.
Yeah.
And what can you tell us about Odeon?
Well, I mean, Rahul pitched this film to me and I thought it was an amazing take on this folklore and how he's placed that into this horror genre. And currently he's like, I don't know, like the Jordan Peele of Malayalam, there is this fan following for Rahul's.
I just love the fact that there is a pure genre filmmaker after,
exactly.
It's not like it's one of many, that's what he wants to do.
So. Exactly. And he does it so well.
Yeah.
And the moment I heard it, I said, Rahul, I'll do it if I can produce it. And he said, oh, I would love it if Prithviraj Productions does this, but I just have this commitment with Dharma. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, but I'm so happy that, Karan also heard it and he was so forthcoming with wanting to co-produce it with me. And I've been joking to Karan for the longest time that I'm going to bring Dharma to Malayalam. And well, here we are. They are in Malayalam now.
But why did you say that I will do it if I can produce it? What is that connection?
When you hear, like for I Nobody, one, because it came to me without a producer. Mm-hmm. And when certain subjects come to you without a producer, at least for me, if I really like it, I sometimes feel a need to protect it. I don't know if you understand.
I know.
I sometimes feel like, oh, this has to be like protected.
Like nurtured, yeah.
Yeah, this has to be protected. I should make sure like it is done in the right way, released in the right way. And you sort of want that control over that because you like it so much. Yeah. Which is the reason I asked Rahul. Because I didn't know, because it came to me without a producer attached to it. And I said, no, I would love for this to be with me because then I can, for lack of a better word, protect it. Like with I Nobody, thanks to my partners, C.V. Saradi and Mukesh R. Mehta, we could protect the film and make sure that it is done the way it has to be done.
The way
And Nizam is given all that he needs to create the vision that he wants to create. And I think that is very, very important. Like I've always said, producing a film and having money has got nothing to do with each other. Yeah,
We spoke about